Alright, so today we're going to talk about my honest thoughts on Black Ops 6. We're going to talk about the multiplayer mainly. Also have some thoughts over zombies, but I haven't honestly played it yet, so I can't give my honest opinion. Starting with the Omni movement. It's exactly what they say it is. It's really quick. A lot of people think it's jarring, but to be honest with you, I think it's because it's just different. If you notice, when you dive on Black Ops 6, you have a little hinge. I believe this is so you can automatically get more distance on the dive. Try diving in Modern Warfare 3 and notice the difference in the dive. They tweaked it a good bit to make it fit into Black Ops 6. It feels really nice. And the fact that you can slide and then go into prone is crazy. It's a whole new movement. I know a lot of people used to jump shot, drop shot a lot. They're definitely going to be doing all kinds of crazy stuff now. And that leads me to the maps. And I'm actually going to come out with a map tier list soon, but for now I would have to say the maps are okay. There's none that's like outstandingly good, like Nuketown good or Shoot House good. Put those maps up top. They're 10 out of 10. Nuketown, Shoot House, Firing Range, and there's probably a couple of other ones, but maps like that are 10 out of 10. And I just don't believe that there's any maps on this game, or this beta rather, that's hitting that level yet. The only one that comes close to it is probably Skyline. Skyline's actually really nice, and you can tell it's made to show off the Omni movements with the pool in the middle and how open it is. But if I had to rank that one, I would have to give it like a 7 max, because it's not great, but it's just better than all of the other maps that we've got. Now the maps aren't terrible. You got Scud, you got Pit, which is a crazy map, really unique in my opinion. It seems to be larger than Shipment, but it seems to be more close quarters and chaotic than Shipment for some reason. I guess the Omni movement has something to do with it. But if you haven't played it yet, once you play it, you're gonna see what I'm talking about. But some of these other maps are just rough. I'm gonna be real with you, like Gala and Rewind. Absolutely hate these maps. Let's talk about Rewind real quick. The map seems like it's made up of the portion of all of the other maps on Call of Duty that you don't want to play, and they just made a map out of it. You have just an open area, and then when you get in the building, it's an open area, and it honestly feels one-sided at times. I just don't like this map at all, but maybe I'm just bad. Maybe I just gotta get used to it, but that's my opinion on it. The cover really seems lopsided, and it's just a chaotic map flow in my opinion. Now let's get on to Gala. This map is kind of nice. It reminded me of that one map on Modern Warfare 2019 that was a face-off map. I believe they first showed off the game on this map. It had the high part in the middle and you spawned on each end. It seems like this map is set up like that, but a little bit larger and with these insignificant ass curtains in the middle. Do not try to take cover behind those curtains. Obviously, in real life, curtains are thin, but like in this game, there's a lot of them, and sometimes you might think you're safe, and you're not. They'll shoot straight through those things. And that's my only problem with this map. It's so wide open, and sometimes I'll literally spawn into a bullet. I don't get it. That needs to be fixed. Now let's talk about something else that needs to be fixed. The sniping centering. I made a couple videos already over Black Ops 6, and I've been getting a couple comments talking about how sniping feels off, and I've been hearing multiple different things on why sniping feels so off. There's a centering on snipers are off. So when you ADS, you have your crosshair, the actual point at which your bullet should come out will be slightly off. That's what I heard. I heard that was going to be fixed in the future. I don't know how true that is. If you guys have the actual information and the truth, let me know down below in the comments, because I really want to find out what's going on with this. Let's talk a little bit about the score streaks. A lot of people might have not noticed this, but the score streaks have a little bit more health than normal. In Modern Warfare 3, it seems like you can easily take out most score streaks in the game. They even had to buff the score streaks later in the game cycle. And this Call of Duty, it seems like they have a little bit more health. It takes 2 launcher shots to take out a counter UAV. And I'm just gonna go ahead and say a lot for the Watchdog Helo. I can't really remember exactly how many it took, but I'm pretty sure it's around 4. And you only start off with 2 rockets. So honestly, you're gonna have to shoot at it a little bit and then swap to your rocket if you want to take out those Watchdog Helos. But the normal UAVs seem to be pretty easy. You can actually still shoot at those with your normal weapon, and it only takes 1 launcher shot to take those out. And I mentioned it before on the Gala map, spawns are not great. And I'm gonna cut them some slack. This is a beta. Spawns can be fixed later on. Now, I honestly remember Modern Warfare 3 having terrible spawns early on, but then it was later fixed. To be honest with you, it works in my favor sometimes, but other times I can literally watch this team spawn in front of me. So many of spawn in at once, I can't do nothing about it, and it's just a headache. Spawns are probably the main reason why I can't keep a good streak on this game. I could just be bad, but the spawns do kick my ass sometimes. And maybe I would get a little bit better if I had a little bit more time to practice. This leads me into my next topic, which is the training course. The time. I don't know why this is time. I wish I had more time just to chill and check out the training arena. Yes, this is a beta. Maybe it's longer in the actual game, or maybe they can increase the time due to server issues. I don't know, but I'm the type of person that likes to really get the movement down and look over the settings And I just don't think, 10 minutes to run around in the training course. I think we should at least have 45 minutes, something crazy like that, just to get a feel for everything. I know a lot of you probably won't go into a training course for around 45 minutes, but just to have that open time to be able to mess around, to tweak stuff, things like that. So I think that time should be extended. Packet burst is also something people have been bringing up. I haven't encountered it that much. There has been times that I've encountered it and gotten a lot of stuttering. Now, if you're getting this problem, look, I'm gonna be real with you. Every Call of Duty is probably gonna have packet burst. If you go into this next Call of Duty thinking that it's not gonna have packet burst, you're gonna be disappointed. That's always gonna happen. Packet burst has always been in every Call of Duty to some extent, and you're especially gonna see it at the beginning of the game. So don't trip out if you see some packet burst. Yes, you have a time limit to play the beta, and it really sucks that the packet burst is affecting you during this time, but over time, they will improve on this. I always have issues at the beginning when it comes to Call of Duty, but later on, it tends to get fixed, so I'm not too worried about the packet burst. But something I am worried about is the cheating. How in the holy hell are there people already cheating on this game? The game hasn't even released yet. Knowing this makes me have no faith in the anti-cheating software they're going to implement. Unless it's crazy good and they pull something out of their back pocket that we don't know about, we're going to have a bad time. And I might not be the one that mainly get affected because I'm not the greatest player, but the people that are really good and kind of compete with the stats that the cheater has, not to say you would have the same stats because obviously you can't get there because they're cheating, but you're good enough to be thrown in a lobby with a cheater. You're going to get destroyed every time. Unless you get lucky, I guess. But this is super unfortunate. They need to do some sort of overhaul to the anti-cheat mechanism because people are gonna honestly suffer. People literally stream them cheating on the game and there's nothing that's done about it. I know the game is huge. Not a lot of things can directly be done about it, but I honestly think they need to reevaluate how they approach this anti-cheating software because something needs to be done. And next, let's talk a little bit about the shotguns. I've been seeing a lot of people say that the shotguns are bad, and yes, they do feel kind of wonky. I'm not gonna lie. But I think I solved a problem that I had. So playing on keyboard and mouse, I originally played with my tactical sprint assist on all the time. Meaning anytime I would run, I would automatically tactical sprint. If you don't know, when you tactical sprint, it takes a little bit longer for you to fire your weapon. So if you ADS right after tactical sprinting, it'll be a little bit slower than ADSing after walking. And I believe this applies when you're sprinting sideways. And I believe all of this also applies when you're sprinting in all directions. So let's say I have my shotgun out and I'm strafing side to side and I need to turn real quick and shoot. If you have your tactical sprint assist on, if you shoot your shotgun, that shot's gonna be slightly delayed. But if you take it off, it's gonna shoot just a little bit quicker because you're not in that tac stance animation. So I'm not telling you to take off your tac sprint. Now I'm not telling you to take off your tactical sprint assistant, but I will say it seems like you get a little bit quicker ADS when you don't have it on. But it does seem like you get a little quicker sprint to fire time and ADS time. And I really believe this applies to the shotgun. So when you're running around getting close to people, I know this is weird, but it might help your shotgun gunfights if you take off the tac sprint assist. I know that's weird, but I tried it and I seem to see a difference in it when I'm using shotguns, but maybe I'm tripping. Let me know, try it out and let me know down below because I feel like I've seen an improvement. And the last thing I want to talk about is zombies. I have not played zombies at all. I have played zombies all through my life. I played every single zombie from every single Call of Duty. Minus some DLCs, but I got the gist of all of them. And I know there's a lot of people upset with Liberty Falls, calling it Liberty Balls and whatnot, but I'm not gonna sit here and defend what they made. It does look a little bit off. You know, when I started playing Modern Warfare 3's campaign, I had my hopes high. And then when I loaded in after the cutscene, I was introduced to these open map missions, whatever they called them. And something really rubbed me the wrong way. I was jumping off stuff, pulling out my parachute, going to different points in a huge map, and something just felt off to me. Then I slowly realized they just took a Warzone map, threw some text and a HUD over you, tell you to go to different points in the map, and called that a campaign. It seems super lazy. And I'm not saying that Liberty Falls seems super lazy, but things like having glowing blue laser gates in front of an old house and saying that's a doorway that you have to unlock. I know zombies have had crazy things in the past like this, but everything just seems out of place. Yes, the zombies HUD isn't there, and a couple of other traditional things aren't there in Liberty Falls. Overall, with the combination of it being on the Modern Warfare engine and them making a map that's in an old town with an old house or church or whatever that big building is, with a gate that has lasers that are blocking it off, I don't know. They could have done something that was a little different. I think something that really throws me off as well as is the fact that it has those lasers, that blue gate with the lasers. It just screams futuristic to me, and this game isn't supposed to do that. I know the zombie story has weird tech and all this stuff, but that just seems out of place to me. All this seems out of place to me. I would rather have debris and shit blocking the road than having these blue lasers that really don't make sense to me. I don't know the story yet, but it don't seem like it fits in. Terminus is in some sort of weird facility with weird technology. And I'm sitting here talking about how the lasers look futuristic. On paper, Terminus seemed like it should be out of place with all the crazy stuff going on with it, but it's not. It fits into the zombies genre perfectly. Now, I don't know how it's gonna play, but from looking at it, it feels like zombies a lot more than Liberty Falls does. And it's all those little weird things they've done throughout the map. It all culminated into a weird looking zombie experience. To be real with you, it just looks like a Warzone map turned into zombies. To be real with you, to be honest with you, they could have took the work from Liberty Falls and just made the Terminus map larger. I don't care, I would have took it, but who knows? Liberty Falls might be the best zombies map we've ever played on. We just gotta find out. Let me know if you liked this video by hitting that like button. And if you really enjoyed this video, maybe even try hitting that subscribe button. With all that being said, I'll see you in the next video.